Well, this isn't by any stretch going to be a normal discussion on what really to do, but the fact is we'd like to involve you, the viewer. So if you have something to say, if you have suggestions to make, if you have ideas of anything at all that can make things better, looking forward on this terrible, terrible story that we cover year in and year out here in the Indian media, especially here in the national capital. There's a number flashing on your screen. Do call in. Your voice will be heard. But to start the discussion, I've got with me in our Delhi studio today Sanjay Kaul, member of BJP, well-known face, president of People's Action, a registered society involved in social, economic and political advocacy on issues related with good governance in the national capital region. Also happy to have with us Dipanvita Das, who's an associate with YPOL, India's first citizen networking platform, also known as the creator of the first unsafe map of Delhi. But I'd like to start with Sanjay. Sanjay, like I said, this isn't a new story. I mean, rapes happen in Gurgaon, in Delhi. They happen all the time. You know, Delhi is notorious. It's called the rape capital in the media. Have things actually gotten worse?
It is in the nature of things that if you do not take precautions, if you do not improve, things tend to get worse. So yes, I agree with you absolutely. Things are getting worse. And actually, you know, also, please understand that you only hear of stuff that is reported. A large number of these incidents are not reported. So I think not only have they gotten worse, I think the numbers are increasing exponentially. I think it's a sad situation that the governments, both at the level of at the state level of Delhi and let's say Haryana, and at the center of the Home Department, is just not able to respond to the changing needs of a city. So the cultural disconnect, the HR policies, the old training mechanisms. For instance, you just mentioned, you know, the allusions to the girls, let's say, loose behavior. Now, this is directly a linkage of, some old ideas. So, you know, there is no orientation, there is no reorientation. There is also an absolute paralysis in terms of, you know, there is additional need for police in Gurgaon and Delhi. These are cities which are growing exponentially on a yearly basis. Is the percentage of police personnel to population maintained? It's falling back behind very much, to the extent that you are absolutely vulnerable in these cities.
All right, let me get in Dipanvita Das. Dipanvita, obviously action is required at multiple levels, like Sanjay was just saying. There needs to be something done as far as the culture clashes are concerned. There needs to be something done as far as governance and law enforcement is concerned. Your organization came up with something called the unsafe map of Delhi. Now just tell me something. Have things like that actually helped? Are you able to gauge an improvement in the situation? Do things like that actually help? Because we see these cases happening all the time.
Well, so far the response has been quite positive from both the citizens who've chosen to report to the unsafe map in general, or report back to us. It's also been that the authorities have been very positive about involving themselves and then reporting and changing this political governance situation or the scenario according to the feedback that they get back from the citizens.
All right, Dipanvita and Sanjay, we've got a caller calling in because we've opened our phone lines. We'd like to bring in our viewers and get hear what they have to say. We've got Manaz who's calling in from Hyderabad. Manaz, go ahead. What do you want to say? What do you think about what's happening?
Yeah. I'm a student in 12th standard, and next year I aspire to come to Delhi for my studies, but I am scared and nobody is going to allow me to come to Delhi because all the heads think that this incident is a barrier to come to Delhi and study. I mean, can I ever go ahead in my life, or these incidents will just stop me from going ahead and aspiring to what I want to become?
Sanjay, that's a hugely important story. Delhi is like a mecca for education for students, all across the country. And like you heard Manaz just say, I mean, obviously you'll have students thinking twice about coming to Delhi. And forget about students, even their parents will be scared about, sending girls to Delhi now.
Oh, yes, of course, and absolutely. If anybody is in a right state of mind, he's going to tell his children, or particularly girls, at this age not to be traveling alone. And don't forget, this is a city where the Chief Minister of Delhi is reportedly has said, on the death of, if I remember correctly, a journalist who was returning back from work, probably from a TV studio at about 2 o'clock in the morning, said, why did she have to work so late, or why did she have to be out so late? So please understand, it's not just parents. The Chief Minister of Delhi is telling you that this is no place for a decent girl to be traveling in.
That's absolutely right.